Something I can see turning out of that black hole, two luminous discs. The eyes, it might be a face, might be almost but heavens, something wriggling out of the shadow like a gray snake. Now it's another one, and another one, and another one. They look like tentacles to me. Oh, yeah, I can see the thing's body now. It's large as a bear. It glistens like wet leather, but that face, ladies and gentlemen, it's indescribable. I can hardly force myself to keep looking at it. It's so awful. The eyes are black, and they gleam like a serpent. The mouth is kind of V-shaped with saliva dripping from its rimless lips that seem to, quiver and pulsate.
At the intersection of the supernatural and quantifiable, three wayward souls find themselves facing a world of the unknown and unexplained. Who among us can navigate the flickering boundaries between the paranormal and the scientific, and the questionable gray area in between? Welcome back to Parascience, an actual play podcast from Infinity Break, now told through the Fate system. We're welcoming you back to a story from our collective imagination. It will be complicated and full of mixed signals and doubt, and in this way it will not be very different from our world. The rules of this world, however, have changed. In the course of our first journey into the unimaginable, we found that Cortex was not quite suited to the terrifying tale we wanted to tell. As such, we have moved on to the Fate system, a classic addition to the modern tabletop scene. In Fate, character design is much more fluid, and our investigators are free to describe themselves without limitation, as threads in the fabric of an already indescribable universe. You have already been introduced to both our players and their characters, their avatars in this unknown world. As time and memory have a tendency to slip past you, I will introduce them again. Maddie Trumbo Gomes is our reliable agnostic exorcist, Saint Garcia Flores. Nikki Boylan as our conspiracy theorist and hermit, Jules Eugenia Ortiz. And Ezra Kay is our watchful government field agent, Allister Graham McAndrews. After their encounter with the strange psychic plant in the depths of Walla Walla, Washington, our three investigators have formed a tentative alliance and a more tentative friendship, in the face of what they witnessed together. Now Allister has places to be as part of his day job, and there's no better assistance than a motorcyclist with an ear to the undead, and a hermit with a bit of paranoid muscle and a gun. I'd like to take you to Long Beach, California, just as autumn is beginning to fade. The air and ocean are indistinguishably gray and paint a bright canvas against the ocean liners docked in Long Beach Harbor. There are many ships floating here on the peninsula. Some are only sleeping until summer, but only the Queen Mary is dead in the water, stationary and rusted. It is decidedly not tourist season, and yet there are plenty of cars parked here on the dock, surrounded by sleeping giants. This is Chapter 2 of Parascience. Maiden Voyage. And I guess my first question, for everyone, is whether or not you all came to Long Beach together.
I would assume we did. It kind of sounded like that's how it was going to end up.
Yeah, the question is, Jules, did you ride on the back of my bike, or did you drive with Allister?
How cool do I want to be?
Yeah, and how badly do you not want to be with Allister?
Ouch.
I trust the motorcycle more than I trust the suit.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Bike time.
Fair.
I don't know if I had to get a spare helmet from somewhere. I think probably, but I don't know, maybe I have one. Probably not. I got one. It's fine. We'll just assume I got one.
You know what's fun about this? I get to keep Allister's music taste a secret for longer.
It's ABBA, isn't it?
You might find out if you ride in the van someday.
Is it a van? I thought it was a sedan.
Oh, it's a sedan, sorry.
I was gonna be like, fuck, if it's a van, like, now we're talking.
No, the only sad thing is that I, a Subaru loyalist, have to write this character as driving, like, a Chevy because it's an American, government agency. Not a Ford, though. Fuck Henry Ford.
So I'll ride on the back of the motorcycle.
It's quite a drive, but we make it happen. Yeah, I guess the other question is, because you asked, are we going there together? Did Jules and I kind of take our own separate route, or did we, like, stay at motels together and stuff? I don't know. I think, based on the end of the last session, Saint was not super stoked with Allister. I think I may have been like, hey, we'll just meet you there.
That seems reasonable, given the way your relationship is progressing.
Yeah, so Jules and I were, like, camping our way through the West Coast.
Fuck yeah.
we have inside jokes now.
True survivalist with you, so.
So it would be fair to say then that a little bit, obviously travel time included, but you can make it from, I know from Portland to like Bakersfield is like 15 or 16 hours. Mm-hmm. And y'all started a little
north.
Further north, I guess. Maybe it's been at least 2 days.
Yeah, I don't think we made that drive straight. It's hard enough to do that drive straight in a car. Let alone on a bike. So I would say it's probably been a couple days.
All right. Do you two have any? Do any of you have any fun stories from the road?
That's a good question, Jules. What have we been talking about while we've been camping? I think I've been trying to get Jules to convince me Bigfoot is real. Because I don't believe Bigfoot is real, but Jules absolutely does. And I'm like, okay, I need to know what the logic is behind Bigfoot is real. So I've been having her try like give me all the facts of the situation.
The facts are that I love him.
Okay, but what other facts are there? What are the other Bigfoot facts? We are in Bigfoot country right now. Feet. Okay. And anything else? Any other well-knowns? If I went Bigfoot hunting, what would I need to bring with me?
You would need to bring beef jerky.
Okay.
He's a big fan of that, I hear.
Okay.
And I heard he likes a specific kind of Oregon beers.
Okay.
So crack open a cold one with
with Bigfoot.
Right.
You're not really convincing me. I'm not hearing a lot of science in this. This sounds like Bigfoot's Tinder profile. Jules, I need more information here. I feel like I'm missing something.
I did see a really big footprint once.
Okay. How big?
And
How big we're talking?
And that was really cool. And also, I'm pretty sure that the government is trying to hide his existence. So, it would be pretty hard to find specific, certain facts, as you call them.
Okay, why? Why are they trying to cover up Bigfoot?
They don't want people, the government does not want you to know the truth.
About why? Why are they trying to keep Bigfoot from me?
Because they're evil.
Alright. So that's a conversation we have at some point.
Right, and that was before you even got on the bike, right?
No, that was
walking to the bike, like, from the radioactive site. And Saint's like, Jules, I need to know.
Jules,
is Bigfoot real?
If we're gonna be traveling down to California together, I need to know. Yeah. So that's day one. And then we get to the first night, and it just kind of goes from there. I think by the time we get to California, I'm still not convinced.
We've definitely talked about aliens, too.
Yeah.
Aliens are real.
Uh-huh. I'm still not convinced about aliens either.
He took my cat in the divorce.
The aliens?
That's a whole story.
Okay.
I am thrilled to find out that Jules' insistence that Bigfoot is real is less scientifically based than initially thought. I like that it's mostly based off of commercials, and not multiple, even pseudoscientific encounters with Bigfoot documented over the course of decades. That's fun. That's a fun trivia tidbit. Allister, how was your ride alone?
I drank a lot of very shitty coffee. Listened to an as yet unspecified playlist because I'm not going to tell anybody until somebody rides in the sedan with me. And I'm going to go with a couple of library books in addition to the whatever information I got about my next assignment. Just, the inside of every Motel 8 is exactly the same. I'm actually keeping a little bit of a journal on the subject of whether or not they are literally all exactly the same. Like, are all Super 8 motels the same motel? It's not
Next
serious,
time on
but it's
Parascience,
just...
we investigate the case of the Super 8 motels.
Hotel California.
It's not serious, but I'd be lying if I said that I didn't have a little set of things from all the times I've stayed in a specific kind of roadside motel.
Oh, cute.
Just keeping track. But yeah, this is normal.
Interdimensional portals, yeah, that's normal.
I assume we have each other's phone numbers.
Yeah.
Does Jules have a cell phone? I assume not.
No.
Okay.
That's how the government listens to you.
Yes. So Saint and Allister have exchanged phone numbers so that we can meet up. So it's mostly just Saint being like, I'm in insert city in Oregon here. And Allister being like, cool. That's it.
I like the idea that maybe Saint, whenever Saint starts a phone call, that Jules steps about 40 feet away.
I'll be stepping into the hallway. I can't have them know that I'm here.
And initially Saint presumes, like, oh, she's just giving me privacy. Then it's revealed, like, no.
That's some galaxy brain shit.
Yeah, the government's gonna... And I'm like, I'm talking to my mom? And she's like,
Sounds like a government spy. I'm just gonna say it.
I was gonna go with, like, you're like, if you have to call Allister for some reason, it's like, the government's gonna hear me. Yeah, dude, I'm on the phone with the government.
yeah, I know, I'm talking to Allister right now.
That's the point.
Do you want to say hi?
Like, literally leans in from the bathroom. No!
Jules says hi.
No!
I also further love the idea of, like, November 28th. Medford, Washington, Motel 8's eggs are a little worse.
Yeah, exactly. And it's even worse than that. It's things like, Medford, Oregon, Motel 8, the butter display is on the left side of the waffle maker as opposed to the right.
Hyper
Different
specific.
brand of butter today.
Oh, God.
Allister has an eye for detail, a nearly photographic memory, and just is kind of a boring guy sometimes.
Oh, I love him, though. Oh, I do adore. He's so boring.
I like him more than I thought I would when I made this character.
He's so good. Oh, we're in California. We're gonna meet up the next day. It's like, okay, cool. We're meeting up, and say it's like, well, what have you? How was your drive? What have you been doing? Well, the Motel 8 in Medford, Oregon. The butter was on the wrong side. Excuse me. The what?
All right. Well, before Saint and Jules show up, there's a green light on your dashboard, Allister.
All right, I will. Are you allowed to, like, what are the? I feel like consulting whatever the local laws regarding being on your phone in the car are. But obviously, I'll answer it.
Oh, I presumed you were already parked at the.
Oh yeah, okay, fine. Oh, I'm already there. Okay, now I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. So I just answer and say McAndrews.
The display that we talked about in the previous chapter shuffles its way out of your glove compartment and turns to face you. Briefly, you see the logo of the department that you work for flash on the screen, and it almost immediately shifts to the face of your handler, Agent Gray, who looks just as beleagueredly tired as when you last saw him, although it is noticeably a very different time of day. McAndrews, good evening.
Evening, sir.
All right, I trust you're already at the location then?
Yes.
What do you know about the Queen Mary as stands?
Historic vessel tourist trap, but we're not likely to run into much of that kind of activity this time of year. Very little besides what a cursory Google search can tell me.
This is the site of several instances of paranormal phenomena, none of which, I'll be honest with you, we've bothered to debunk. No one has ever been injured here. It's a tourist trap. People know what they're getting. If it happens to be real ghosts or just a minimum wage employee hitting some pipes with a wrench, it kind of doesn't matter to us. You understand?
Absolutely.
No one's gotten hurt since, well before this agency was founded. So that being said, it's typical fare. It's a local tourist trap. It's local mythology surrounding the city, but it is not of interest to this agency until about a week ago.
I'm gonna go with the track record of no one having got hurt is over then.
It is not so much that no one has gotten hurt, so much as there is the potential. There's been a development with the Queen Mary. I sent you a video clip a couple hours ago. I don't know if you've had a chance to view it or you've been on the road.
I've been on the road. But here we go.
What you see is some semi-blurry footage. It is a dark hallway in the middle of this antiquated ship. All of the decor that you can see on the video, as much as you can see, it's very poorly lit, is appropriately antiquated to the 1930s. There's some kind of wall candle sconces, that sort of thing. Electrical sconces. Some old-fashioned kind of iron wrought railing along the sides, that sort of thing. The camera is appropriately shaky, given the fact that it's a handheld smartphone. You are not able to see the cameraman. It is facing forward toward one of the halls. You can kind of see the camera moving forward, shuffling with the feet of whoever the cameraman is. There is what can best be described as a glowing light sort of coming from around the corner of a hallway. It's only because of the light that you're able to make out the vague sort of layout of this area. It is very dark, but you see the camera turning the corner a bit, and you can kind of see what appears to be a suspended horizontal shape. It is not distinctly in focus or sharp in the shape of a human, but it is definitely human length, and it is kind of floating over an empty pool. And you can hear the cameraman speak for the first time with just kind of a tone of fright. Nothing super clear, just awe. The video abruptly cuts out after zooming in on the amorphous light blob. What you've just witnessed has never been seen aboard the Queen Mary before. It is the beginning of December. The ship is not going to be open for business until, I believe, late February. This is kind of a... During this time period, ship crew is invited back on as part of maintenance, as the ship has been closed for the last 2 months. This is just kind of a midwinter maintenance check. This individual, a janitor on board the Queen Mary, saw that. And that's when we got called. The owners of the establishment do not claim to know what it is, but they are reopening for business just for tonight to invite a number of key experts on the topic to try to get a glance firsthand at what they're looking at.
Oh, of course they are.
We don't know if this is a real instance of paranormal phenomena or, well, it's up to you to figure out. Are we clear on what needs to be done?
Yes, we are.
All right. I'm signing out for now. Good luck, Medic Andrews.
Thank you, sir.
And the monitor goes dead and shuffles back into your glove compartment.
Okay. cover stories, if not invitations. And, good thing I made friends with a ghost guy, I guess.
It's at this point, could we theorize that you maybe hear the motorcycle pull up from behind your sedan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I hear the motorcycle coming up, and that's like, well, it's a good thing I got a ghost guy.
Ben, can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that was your... I'm surprised by your statement sound, but I assume that was also a yes, go ahead sound.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
So, if invitations were sent out to various experts to try and get them to investigate whatever this is, can I presume that I may have gotten one?
You cannot presume. You did not.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Do I know that this is happening? Do I know that I was slighted in not receiving an invitation?
No, I don't think you know that. The instructions that Allister received at the end of the last chapter were just that he needed to get to Long Beach.
Okay.
The mission has only been specified now.
Okay, but...
Oh, I assumed you were asking about, like, Saint has access to different channels.
Right, yeah. This is the people who own the ship, as I understand that information that was relayed to Allister and also Ezra, is the owners of the Queen Mary sent out invitations to various experts on this subject to get them to check it out. Was I one of those experts? And if not, did I even hear about this at all?
Oh, sorry. I was clarifying that no, you are not one of the ones consulted, and this would be the first. What Allister is about to tell you would be the first you know why you're in Long Beach.
So I was completely out of the loop on this one, which is interesting. Correct. Okay.
Yes, yeah. My point in saying that was just that, like, all any of you knew was that something's happening in Long Beach, and you needed to go there. This is the first any of you, in this case, Allister only, knows why.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, cool. Thank you for clarifying that.
You are so welcome. Thank you for asking that.
So polite on this podcast. What a nice group of folks we are. Okay, yeah, so we pull up next to the sedan. I kick the stand out, I turn off the bike, and, go and tap on Allister's window with a knuckle.
I will get out of the car.
Okay, cool. Hey there.
Alright, no dramatic, statistically likely motorcycle accidents on the way, I see.
No, but I do love when you ask me about them. No accidents. Jules has told me last time we took a pit stop about her possible alien divorce, so that's exciting. Excited to hear more about that later.
Possible... I'm sorry, alien
Listen,
divorce?
it's a long story.
Yes,
it's a long story.
It's a long story from what I've heard, but one I'm eager to get into at some point.
Yeah.
You got any news about why we're here?
Huh. Yes. Yeah, here. And I'm gonna, I'll just pop the trunk so we can, sit on it, or I can set stuff down, and, so, I don't know what any of you know about the Queen Mary. It's, was an ocean liner, and, now it's just a tourist trap kind of a thing. They do ghost tours and that kind of a thing,
yes.
But yeah, well, the thing is that whatever activity is supposedly native to this ship is minor to moderate until about a week ago.
Really?
When somebody captured this, and I will play the footage for everybody. It's a janitor.
Haunted. Ship's haunted.
Evidently. Or someone's really upped their game in terms of faking things.
Can I don't know, I don't think I want to use my aspect at this point. I think that this is a little too early to do something like that. Could I roll lore to determine if this is an actual ghost or not?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So I am, for those not familiar with the fate system, I have 4 die here that have 2 sides of a plus, 2 sides of a minus, and 2 are blank. I'm rolling 4 of them. and my lore skill is a +2. Yeah, so I rolled 2 pluses, a minus, and a blank, and my skill is a +2. So I think I have 3. Because the minus takes away 1 point.
Yes, you certainly do. Yeah, so about the Queen Mary, you know that it is among one of the top 10 haunted places in America. So that's a fun fact about it. But you know that most of that stuff is not actual apparitions. There is stuff, there's occasional voices, there's occasional footsteps. Sometimes people see shadowy shapes down hallways, but it's never really anything more, I guess the word is tangible, than that. People perhaps, I guess you are connected within these kind of groups, consider it to mostly be natural phenomena, I guess would probably be the best way to say it.
As in not supernatural.
As in not supernatural phenomena.
Okay.
So you know that there have been plenty of attempts to use tape recorders to capture the voices, all sorts of other things, but it's hard to pinpoint whether or not it's real, but most people presume, in your circles, just presume it isn't.
Okay. What about this specific tape that I'm viewing? That's what I was rolling for.
Oh, certainly. This tape does appear to be in line with things that you have seen in the past. Ghosts of this type are very rarely fully realized, tangible and detailed people. Sometimes things just manifest as weird shadows or weird blobs of light, just like this, or things that only appear in photographs.
Okay.
So this would not be out of line with things that you have experienced in the past.
Okay, so yeah, I'll say that looks real enough to me. It could be hard to tell unless we could actually get a good look at it, but that looks out of line with what the Queen Mary normally experiences. Most of what people see on the ship is not a lot. It's they're not usually seeing anything real. This, however, is real for the most part. So that's interesting.
Yeah, for a ship built in... The ship is almost 100 years old. Strange to think of something spontaneously generating that intensity of activity all at once.
Right. Definitely, I can understand why your bosses would think it was interesting.
Yeah. Me too.
Z, did you mention the fact that people were invited to come here?
No.
Okay.
That's the next thought. It's the off-season ships closed to tourists, except for tonight. Because what do you do when you've had some big burst of paranormal activity other than invite a bunch of yahoos claiming to be experts and have them overrun the place and...
I think he just called you a Yahoo.
I mean, unless you were invited, in which case, sorry. I presume you weren't based on what you just did, based on the total lack of reaction.
No, I pull up my phone and I check my email. I'm like, no, I don't see anything. I guess... Is it invite only? Is that going to be a problem getting in?
I don't... That remains to be seen.
I mean, I have a... Does Saint have a website, I think, to myself? Or does he rely on word of mouth only? I think he thinks having a website is gauche. I think he relies on word of mouth only, and it's actually fairly successful for him. So he can't be like, yeah,
like
this
Harry
is my
Dresden,
website.
You're in the yellow pages.
Yeah, I'm in the yellow pages. I have like posters sometimes around town that like other people print out for me. That
Having a ghost problem?
Yeah. Call Saint. He's cool. Winky face emoji.
I would like to point out canonically that Miss Periwinkle in the previous chapter did go to the internet cafe on the retirement community lot to look you up, Saint. So at the very least, you have a Yelp page.
Yeah, I have yes, I have a Yelp page. I don't have a website. I'm on the like digital yellow pages, and I set up a Yelp page for myself because I thought it was funny.
And that's how she got your phone number.
That's how she got my phone number. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think him setting up a website, he's like, I don't want to pay to maintain a website, and also I think that's tacky. But you can find me digitally if you're looking for that kind of thing.
This episode of Parascience sponsored by Squarespace.
That's by Squarespace. No. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think I love the idea that I'm in both the physical and the digital yellow pages.
This episode of Parascience brought to you by yellowpages.com. Do you still call people? Weird. Use Yellow Pages.
Yeah, that's all you have. That's also, I get a lot of emails, I think, so that's how people find my email. So, short answer, I didn't get an email, and I didn't get a call. But I was thinking, maybe if I walk up and be like, hey, I'm Exorcist, and showed them my website, they would let me in, but I don't have a website. So,
Not to be baselessly rude to people I don't actually know, but I think the chances of the people invited to this sort of thing being there more for clicks than the real thing, and kind of nods his head at Saint, indicating that he's the real thing in this sentence, is unfortunately likely.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. So then that goes back to the original question of how do we get in?
Well, with a little input from the two of you, I might be able to do something about that.
Okay.
It's time for, at some point soon, it will be time for Fake ID Machine to go brrr.
Yes. Love it.
For all the listeners out there, my character sheet under extras, instead of having, like, Fake ID Printer or something like that, it literally says Fake ID Machine go brrr.
What month in 2020 was this episode recorded in, people will ask?
Anywhere between March and who knows whenever this meme dies.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, this is what happens when you just slam the entire back catalog of the Well, There's Your Problem podcast in, like, a month, and then move on to Trash Future.
I mean, Nick's character sheet has the word simp in it, so you can narrow down exactly when this got recorded.
I do really love the idea of us going back and doing, like, meme archaeology.
I don't think mine has any memes on it.
Well, that is an oversight.
Now that's a shocker, considering me.
Saint Can has cheeseburger.
Perish.
This episode of Parish Science brought to you
by memes.
So.
Yeah, fucking print me a fake ID.
My best chances are leaning into the guy in the suit thing. Big fan of Port Authority, that kind of stuff. Just nothing to see here. Just this is an out of season gathering, and we need to go do a sweep to make sure it's safe for passengers.
Are you saying that to us?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Out loud. I'm gonna this sorts of things. Build a ship this old is gonna have to have regular inspections, and I'm sure they have ones right before they open back up to the public again. So, got wind of this thing, said we're gonna have to do an inspection if you're gonna be having this number of people on board. We'll be thorough and discreet.
And alternatively, if that doesn't work, I could just tell them what I do and hope that that gets us in. But I don't know, maybe that should be, if they didn't invite me, maybe that should be a backup plan.
I wonder if that was a slight or an oversight.
Well, it depends on who they invited, I gotta think of an exorcism friend for Saint real fast.
In that case, I'm going to just hop on the Queen Mary's website and check and see if this event is advertised at all. And if it is sort of like open to the public or by ticket, or if they're advertising the presence of any, quote unquote celebrities, for lack of a better term, or if this is something that they're doing internally.
You search the website and you cannot find any mention of this as a public event. The website does not make any mention of the phenomenon on their website. You can see that there is a little sidebar that's like recent tweets by the Queen Mary account. And one of those tweets says something like, "We are aware of the reports of blah, 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 blah." But that is the only mention on the entire website, and certainly the event tonight is not in any way advertised. It does not appear open to the public at all.
Okay.
I would like to, if I may, roll contacts to text one of my like exorcism buddies who lives in the area and see if he is there tonight.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so I have a +1 to contacts. And I rolled 1 negative and 3 pluses, so I have a 4.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, you shoot off a text. Do you want to name this individual?
I did. His name is Barry Darnell. He is in his 40s. I think that he was in the game when I started getting into the game. And we met when I was kind of doing my first few exorcisms, and we were hired together. And we just kind of like hit it off as buds. We've just kind of kept in contact. He's like a good friend of mine.
All right, yeah, you shoot off a text. And you do not get an immediate reply.
Okay, cool. But that's the seed is planted. I'll hear back from him at some point, probably.
Reaping and sowing.
Okay, good to know. Well, that'll hopefully get Saint in. Jules, how do you feel about working for the Port Authority for one night?
Well,
Don't sound too mad about it.
guess you gotta do what you gotta do. You won't make me wear a suit, right? Do I have to wear a suit?
Do you have a suit?
No.
I do not. I do not own a... Who do I look like?
That's why I asked. I don't know. Maybe you got one
I don't wear a suit.
stowed away somewhere.
The gentle droning call of Min's warehouse. Slow...
The gang goes to Vince Warehouse.
If I try to
this
put you
ghost.
in a polo shirt, are you going to spontaneously combust?
Lesbians love polos. I don't know what you're talking about.
Do I have to have it buttoned up all the way?
No.
No.
Then fine.
Done. We'll swing by a local Goodwill or something.
Look at this asshole not buttoning up their polo shirt, leaving them open to vampire attacks.
Hey, I'm just saying, if a hot vampire looked
Jules,
at my
no.
neck, if a hot vampire looked at my neck and said, I want to bite that, you know what? I would let her.
Jules, no, you're the only one who can shoot a gun good.
Me being a vampire isn't gonna make me not shoot gun good.
Oh, that's a good...
Good,
You might
good
be
to know if
better
we
at gun.
run into a vampire. Jules is going to become an NPC, and Nick will have to roll a new character.
I would sacrifice myself for that.
That's what Jules would want.
It's what yes. Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna try and get in with 2 Port Authority dudes. I should probably go in separately then, if I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna use your actual credentials, and I'm going to manufacture some credentials for Jules and I.
Now the question is, the secondary part of that is, if we all get in like that, we're gonna have to be careful about working together. I don't feel comfortable lying about who I am.
Fair.
Not when it would be convenient in this case for me to just be me.
Shouldn't be too hard for you to sort of just sneak off, I would imagine.
No, probably not. Yeah, so you guys do that. I'm gonna wait and see if my friend is inside. And if he is, maybe he could get me more information or get me inside. If not, then I'll just go for it, but I'll be in touch.
Done.
Alright, so who's going in first?
I'm gonna wait for Barry to text me back. I'm gonna give him like half an hour, and if he doesn't text me back, I'm just gonna
I have to figure out what Port Authority ID cards look like.
Sure. I'm gonna say maybe it's one of the preset templates available to you.
Okay, sure. In that case, I will print one out for Andrew Graham, as I usually do with my absolutely horrifying sci-fi Quantico basic training photo.
Oh no.
That's the preset, it's just, I have a buzz cut. Yes, it makes my ears look big.
Baby.
But it's sort of, I look like a video game NPC in like the kind of way that just makes your eyes kind of slide off.
God, you speak so flattering of your character.
Allister is a lot of things, like sexy is just not one of them.
No, I know, and I value that about him.
Well, hold on. Let the rest of us determine that.
And Jules, do you want a fake name?
Just call me Julia.
Let's just so nobody looks too closely at it. Does Jules wear glasses?
Yes.
Just so it looks like an institutional and unfortunate photo, can I take it without the glasses?
Take off the glasses?
Yeah, can I? Because I need to take a photo of you.
Oh, sure. I won't be able to see shit, but sure.
It'll be fast. I promise not to Velma Kelly you or something.
Okay.
Velma Kelly is the character from Chicago, not
Scoob.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Velma
Don't care.
Dinkley?
Alistair says Velma Kelly by mistake.
Saint, in the meantime, your phone buzzes.
Oh, okay. I read my text.
The text message says, "No, why? What's happening in Long Beach?"
Okay, I text him back, like, looks like Queen Coxgun, Queen Mary's haunted. No, I think it's like, I got info that the Queen Mary is, like, actually haunted, LOL. And then it said that, like, wacky face emoji. And then the next text is, there's a bunch of, quote-unquote, like, experts in there tonight, wondering if they're legit or, like, I'm sure there's some kind of, like, offhand phrase for people in the exorcism community, for people who are, like, fakers, essentially, but I don't know what that is at this moment in time, but we'll say I use that word.
Okay, yeah, sure. We'll circle back to that. There is an immediate reply that just says, "No, I haven't heard anything."
Okay.
Follow-up text, "How haunted?" Follow-up text, "Do you need me to come down there?"
Oh, thanks, Barry. I think I'll be like, looks... How haunted is a difficult question. When looking at that video, would I say, like, super haunted, or would I say, like, moderately haunted? I will explain the haunting to him, and let him determine that on his own. Like, got on video, this thing, have two people with me that I met up in Washington, we should be okay, tell the wife I say hi. Like, I don't know. Like...
Sure, that works.
Yeah, like, I'll let you know if I need backup. For now, we should be okay. I'll stop by before we leave town.
All right, sounds perfect to me.
And I'll go over to the gang and be like, my friend isn't there, so I think we can assume that anybody who's inside is probably not legit, to be blunt about it. So,
all right, then.
But I'll see if I can't get in on my own laurels, as it may be.
Okay. Well, we'll see what we can do. We've got, and then I'll show off the Port Authority ID badges.
I have no clue what those are supposed to look like, but I assume they look good.
It's one of the presets, so...
There you go.
Fortunately.
Can't be that bad. Boy, you, buzz cut was not a kind look on you.
Yeah, normally I don't care that much, but it turns out there's a point at which I care, and it's the being forced to have a buzz cut.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
It was a while ago. And one of the things about this job is that once you get out, they don't make you keep the buzz cut.
Oh, thank God.
Fortunately, because, I'm supposed to be inconspicuous in the ears or anything, but...
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but...
I have heard it all before.
I'm sorry, bud. I give him a friendly clap on the shoulder, and I'm like, well, you look handsomer now. And then I look at Jules' photo, and I'm like, oh, God. I hate when they make you take off your glasses. Saint doesn't wear glasses.
Right?
This is Matthew. This is Matthew speaking to Jules.
Oh, thank you, Matthew.
Thanks. Why did he make you take off your glasses?
I don't know. Maybe he thought it wasn't professional enough.
Why did you make
Everywhere makes you take off your glasses.
Oh, God.
You can tell... Generally, almost every government department that does actual ID is the real deal. People don't have their glasses on.
I push my big glasses farther up on my nose.
All right, well, you guys want to go in first, or you want me to lead the way?
I think... What time of day is it right now?
Let's presume late afternoon, maybe about 5 or 6.
I think we'll have a better angle if we say that we're getting in here before the crowd shows up, because we're supposed to be inspecting the place to make sure it's fit for a quantity of visitors.
Okay, so then I should probably wait until everyone else starts to show up on my end, then.
Yeah, give it at least a couple of people. No need to be fashionably late.
Okay.
But
cool. Sounds good to me.
hopefully they'll be distracted by the new arrivals and won't notice that we're still poking around.
Yeah. Well,
it's a big ship.
It is a big ship.
Let's go. Let's head for the office. Pin our little... Let's go with lanyards. They're probably lanyards.
Mm-hmm. Those blue ones.
I'm afraid it's here at Discussions of Business-Appropriate Lanyards that I'm going to have to cut this episode a little short. What you've just been listening to was Parascience, a glimpse into a world unknown. It was an actual play horror adventure told to you through the Fate system. Our players are Ezra Kay as Eyes on the Ground Agent Allister McAndrews, and Matty Trumbo Gomes as capable young man St. Garcia Flores, and Nikki Boylan as the monster in the wood, Jules Ortiz. As for myself, I was your game master and disembodied voice, Ben Hamlin. I also produced this show just for you. Our theme song is by the incorporeal Johnny Ronaldo, and our logo is created by the haunted visage of Tara Bossart. This show is brought to you by Infinity Break, where we're telling stories our own way. You can follow us on social media at InfinityBreak23, and check out our website and all of our other tabletop shows at InfinityBreak.net. We appreciate your listening to this program. If you would like to help the show succeed, there are a good many ways to do that. We have a Patreon at patreon.com/InfinityBreak, where you can start donating to Infinity Break for as little as $1 a month. We appreciate your support and promise a good amount of behind-the-scenes audio. For the last chapter alone, we published about 30 minutes of bloopers, outtakes, and behind-the-scenes conversations for everyone at the $1 a month level. And finally, if you listen through Apple Podcasts, don't forget to leave a review. Reviews help us rise in the podcasting charts and help more people stumble across our show. That's all for now. Let Parascience drift into the back of your mind and let the Queen Mary rock you to sleep across the dark waters on which it rests. We'll be back.